Alright guys, let's take a look at what you need to construct a Weenies Burn deck. First, we're going to use 2 hired poisoners. These guys are a 1/1, so we're looking for that power of 1, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And we get a added bonus of the death touch, so if our opponent happens to block this with one of his creatures, he's gonna lose it. Next, we're going to use the Orzhov Enforcer, another power of 1 with death touch and a bonus of afterlife, meaning that when he dies, he creates another 1/1 weenie, and that's important, and I'm gonna show you why. Because we're running 4 copies of Cavalcade of Calamity. This card is the power card in our deck. This is what makes our 1/1 weenies punish our opponent. Every time we swing with a creature with a power of 1 or less, our opponent is going to take a damage for each one of those creatures we swing with. Then, if they don't block, they're going to take additional damage, which is why we're using those 1/1 weenies with Death Touch. Next, we're going to use 4 copies of Goblin Instigator, and this card drops 2 more weenies on the battlefield, just pumping up Cavalcade's damage even more. We're also going to run 2 copies of Sword Point Diplomacy. This card is great for punishing our opponent, making them either give us cards or take a tremendous amount of damage. We're also going to run 4 copies of Legion Warboss. He is perfect in this deck. As a matter of fact, he's kind of the king of the deck. And he puts a 1/1 weenie on the battlefield every turn. And that's going to create more havoc with our Cavalcade on the field. And it's just going to build up as the turns go on. Next, we're going to run 4 copies of Light Up the Stage. This is awesome. We swing with our weenie, Cavalcade does a damage, and Light Up the Stage only costs 1 mana because of its Spectacle ability. And this ability is going to give us even more cards, allowing us to throw even more stuff on the battlefield and building up to that point where our opponent either quits or dies from all the little mosquito bites that are kind of stinging at them from all of our different damage sources. Next, we're going to run 3 copies of Risk Factor for the same reason we're running Sword Point Diplomacy. This card is going to make our opponent decide, take damage or give us cards and make us more powerful. Next, we're going to run 4 copies of Skewer. This card is perfect. Swing with a weenie, Cavalcade does a damage, and Skewer only costs 1 mana to cast, and we get to throw basically a lightning bolt in the face of our opponent for 1 damage, reducing their health by 3, and a lot of times, this can close the game. Next, we're going to run 3 copies of Rite of Belzenok. This card is awesome for a deck like this because it creates 0/2 creatures, 2 of them each turn, and all of those creatures will pop Cavalcade of Calamity's ability, so you can swing with those 0/2s and still do damage to your opponent. Next, we're going to run 2 copies of Ritual of Soot. This card is awesome, and I'm about to show you why. Ritual of Soot destroys all creatures with a converted mana cost of 3 or less. And that's basically everything we have in our deck. Why would we want to do that? Here's why. Vindictive Vampire. Vindictive Vampire deals a damage to your opponent for each creature that you lose and gives you 1 life. And guess what? This can be your game-ending scenario. You have your opponent down to 5. You swing with 3 little 1/1s. Cavalcade does 3 damage, and they block your 1/1s, and you murder your opponent. Or, in an even better scenario, you have a whole bunch of 1/1s on the field, and you just Ritual of Soot them for the win using Vindictive Vampire. Alright, next let's talk about the mana spread. I would recommend that you run 4 of each of these dual lands, Dragon Skull Summit and Blood Crypt. I don't have them, so I'm running 3 of each, and 8 swamps and 8 mountains. So basically 7 swamps, 7 mountains, 4 of each of the dual lands would be ideal for this deck. Alright, let me take you out and show you some gameplay. See you in just a minute. Oasis Gate. Welcome, my friend. It's not bad. Let's see. Well, my friend, you have the first move. Mr. Oasis, are you there? Very good. Let's see. I think we'll start with a blade and a high poison. That's right, my friend. I plan on poisoning you. Cavalcade of Calamity. Very good. So this is looking like it's going to be perfect. We are set up for a wonderful turn next turn. See what our opponent does here. Another island electrostatic field. That's not much of a problem for us. Very good. We'll go in tapped, and let's put Cavalcade on the field and start the damage burn, shall we? The Weenies are on fire, my friends. Very good. It's a lightning bolt free every single round at this point. Well, my friend Oasis, your wall is doing you no good, my friend, because it's not killing the Weenies. Weenies are going to murder you. Brings another tap land. Ooh, lightning bolt. Switching me from death. Barely felt it. Oh, looky. It's the War Boss. Welcome, War Boss. We are needing you, my friend. And another free lightning bolt to the face with Cavalcade of Calamity. My friend, the weenie burn is real. Once again, your wall is not even removing the weenies. It's just going to continue to burn you. I expect something here now. He has 4 mana open. A lightning strike. Not gonna do it, my friend. Firemind's research, not frightening. I'm not afraid. And look, we have more weenies. Shall we soul point diplomacy, my friend? Ah, yes, I think he's taking the damage. He's not gonna give us another Cavalcade. I highly doubt it. A mana source? What about that Cavalcade, my friend? Are you gonna match it over? He's not. Well, I believe you are dead now. More damage on turn 4, leaving our opponent at 1. He's not giving up. Well, this has been so exciting, my friend, but I believe dead. Very good. And that is how this deck works, my friend. Burn, burn, burn. Viggo, welcome to the Weenie Roast, my friend. Oh, this looks good. Very good. I believe I'll be keeping this one. Okay, Vic. Have you seen the weenie burn, my friend? It's super frightening. Don't spend too much time thinking. Then to burn you. Let's see. I believe we'll lead with a note. Your move, my friend. Ooh, he's playing black. Oh, very, very nice. He has a weenie of his own. Well, let's go ahead and put out the cowblade. If nothing else we can do, we're going to be signaling, unfortunately, so our opponent's going to know what to expect. But I'm okay with that in this scenario. Very nice. I believe it's time to war boss. Very good. And he brings along his buddy. Does the damage. Boy, it would be nice to have an extra red mana source right about now. Oh. Another one. 4 damage. I'll take it. Not a problem for me. There's another red mana source. We've been waiting for that one. And he didn't kill off our weenie last turn, so we get an extra damage. Love that. Yes. It's time to skewer the critics, my friends. Bring forth the skewer. Very good. You are going to so regret not blocking some of those weenies, my friend. Damage is just going to pile up beyond your wildest imagination. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Let's see. He did not leave himself any blockers. Too bad, my friend. Too bad. That's right. We will mentor. We will do 3 damage with Calvaclade, bringing our opponent to 1. And then we're gonna regularly soot the whole board so he doesn't damage us anymore. Darn, I was hoping to draw some more weenies. That's fine, a risk factor will do here. Maybe we'll get a skewer. Not exactly what I would want, but I think that's good enough. With a Death Touch weenie, we can kill him next turn if he doesn't put a blocker on the field. What's it gonna be, figure? Do you have a blocker to protect yourself with, my friend? Oh my goodness. Does he have a blocker ever? Look at this. Well, not a big problem. We have 8 life. We can take a hit from it. Oh, there we go. Right of Belzenok. Let's see if we can draw that skewer, shall we, my friends? Oh, he's just going to take the damage of it. You can see the writing on the wall. Very good. Hey YouTube, this is Mary Dragoon. I'd like to thank you for watching this video about this deck build. And if you have a deck idea that you'd like me to try, leave a comment in the box below. And if I use your idea, I'll give you a shout out in the video as well. Alright guys, until next time, happy adventuring YouTube, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye!